Well, we're going into week 5, and the Carolina Panthers are coming to Soldier Field. Bears need this win. Let's talk about this game. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back into the Bears Den, an NFL podcast with a Chicago Bears first focus. I'm your host, Alex, and today I'm here to discuss the Bears Panthers Week 5 game, an NFC matchup, a game that is really kind of a must win by certain standards for both teams, right? Both teams really need this win. And you know, for Bears fans, Andy Dalton, Red Rifles coming back into town. Obviously, he played for us in 2021, and I think he was here for 2022 as well. And so, obviously, you know, with that, he wasn't there in 2022. Actually, we had Trevor Siemian behind Justin Fields, but you look, 1-3 Carolina, 2-2 Bears. Bears have won 7 straight games at home, and this game is at Soldier Field, so the Bears are obviously looking to stack this win. We know last year that the Bears were able to beat Carolina last season with Tyson Bagent, and so looking at this game, this is a game on paper that I think the Bears should win, right? Offense looked pretty solid last week in the second half, really kind of found their way. It felt like Shane Waldron kind of, you know, got a grip on how he wanted to play call. And obviously, with some shuffling on the offensive line in that game, moving Matt Pryor to left guard and having Nate Davis come back in at right guard, the offensive line looked good and they were able to get some penetration and move some guys for DeAndre Swift to make some big runs and even have a big passing game as well. So looking at the statistics and kind of the rankings so far this season, Carolina is 25th in offense in points per game at 18.3, and their defense is worse in the league. They're giving up 32.3 points a game, and I'm pulling up the Bears rankings right now just to kind of compare the two. And bear with me here for a second while I get this up. And so the Bears defense obviously only giving up 18.8 points a game. That's the 8th best in the league. Bears offense is scoring 19.3 points a game, so they're 21st. So they're only 4 spots higher than Carolina. So the offense is going to be interesting this game. I do think that Caleb Williams is due for a breakout game, and I think that game is coming, and it could be this week. I know Carolina is missing a couple pieces on defense due to some injury, and we know that their receiving core isn't necessarily the best. As we look at kind of some of these other statistics, this Panthers defense is last in a couple categories, and they really kind of struggle. Their defense is averaging 4.6 yards a carry given up. So, if the Bears, who have averaged 3.5 yards a carry this year, which is second to last in the league, if they could kind of get some things going, this would be a team that you would like to do it against. Obviously, we knew that when we played Indianapolis that their rushing defense was really bad, I think worst in the league at the time, and we weren't able to run the ball. So I think if the Bears are wanting to win this game, they're really going to have to run the ball. We got to get it going, and we have to have it going for an entire 60 minutes. I'm tired of the Bears every single week coming out for the first 15 to 30 minutes of the game and just looking lost and looking like they have no clue what to do and they don't know how to play football, and Shane Waldron doesn't know how to call an offense. And then they adjust and they turn into an actual NFL team in the second half. I would love for this week against a weaker opponent in Carolina if the Bears could play all 60 minutes. I want this team to come out and set the tone right away. Come out, score on the first drive, score a touchdown on the first drive, and go win it from there. Don't give up. Don't let Carolina lead at all in this game. Just control the game the entire time. And I just think that it's a matchup that's pretty good for the Bears. I think that I saw something yesterday, in the last 7 matchups between these teams, dating back to it's either like 2011 or 2014, the Bears are 6-1 against Carolina. So it's a team that, the Bears have had their number for years. And so, This is a big win for the Bears because this is the soft part of the schedule coming up, right? The Bears have this game against Carolina, and then next week they go to London and they play the worst team in the league currently in the 0-4 Jacksonville Jaguars, right? And then they have a bye week. So if the Bears can go 4-2 into the bye week with a rookie quarterback and a young offense and a new offense and a new offensive coordinator, that's really good, right? That's really, really good. Um, I think if the Bears drop the game this week, or maybe they go 0-2 in this stretch, or they just go 1-1 over these next two games, I'm going to be concerned about this team because these are games that they shouldn't be losing, in my opinion, right? I respect what Andy Dalton has done coming into Carolina and kind of turning their offense around. With that being said, I don't think Carolina is a good team. I think they are a bottom five team. And if the Bears lose this, then I think that's very telling of where this team actually is. And I just, after beating a good team in the Rams last week, they shouldn't lose to a first year head coach with a backup quarterback. Granted, he's a veteran, and, a weak roster and an injury ridden defense, right? If that makes sense. I want to see more growth from Caleb Williams. I thought he played a fantastic game last week. There's a lot of fans clamoring and asking, when is he going to air it out? When are we going to see the crazy highlight stuff that, we saw at USC and we saw in preseason this year? And I think that the staff is trying to get him to play more so from the pocket now. Learn to play from the pocket first, and then as the year progresses and things kind of break down, then we're going to start seeing those plays. Those plays will happen. Those will come. And there's going to be negative plays that happen with that. That's just what you get with Caleb Williams. And, with that being said, his breakout is coming. But looking at the offense that he's been given to run and be in charge of compared to Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix, he's running a full NFL level offense. So it's going to take time. There's a lot that he's in charge of, the cadence and the protection and the changing the plays and the picking up coverages and blitzes and things like that. So there's a lot that he's working through. And I think just if the Bears can win this game and they can win next week before the bye and go 4-2, I think this team is primed to make the playoffs. Because after that, there's a couple other winnable games in Washington and Arizona and New England before, the NFC North gauntlet kind of kicks off. So I think that this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a fun game. I think that the defense, should take care of business. I think even if the offense does struggle this week, that the defense should be able to lock down Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton is going to be throwing multiple picks. I would say probably 3 picks this week, and that's how I feel. So I think it's a huge game. Really a must win for both teams because Carolina slides to 1-4 if they lose this, and the Bears obviously 2-3 feels really rough. Especially if they lose to Carolina after already losing to Indy, a team that many people thought the Bears should have beat. So that's all I've got for this video. A little bit shorter one. As always, I am now going live on Sundays after the Bears game. Usually going live 10-15 minutes. It depends after the game. If there's like a close game in the NFL, I usually try and watch the end of that first before I jump on the live stream. But I will be live. Come hang out after the game. Let's talk about it. Hopefully it's going to be a happy celebration. We can talk positive and we can just chat about the game for a little bit and hang out. And other than that, I appreciate you guys hanging out in the den with me. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I know we can get there. And yeah, bear down. And we will see you Sunday after the Bears Panthers game. Peace.